Hey people, what's happening? You tuned into the Mixtape. Thursday night. It's all about the Mixtape with your girl Amy. Now coming up on today's show, I catch up with Hard Kaur. Then I have a little chat with DJ Limelight. And of course, the last part of the show, which is all about new talent. I have Stars and Twitch. So don't go nowhere.
Oh yeah, you know what it is, baby. D12 and the homegirl Hard Kaur, you know what I'm saying? All the way from India to Detroit.
That we back.
This how we do it worldwide, international. Yeah.
Everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance. Everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance. Everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance. Everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance. Yo, I got the skills. Clean up dance floors and steal. Represents and keeps it real. Ladies, put down your drinks, that be Gucci heels. Then fools get grilled. I'm hot, but I give you chills. I'm sick and I'm out to kill. Homegirl got mass appeal. What the deal? Any dog, bro. Firm my fist and respect yo. Bust me like a heel and toe. Man, don't even know. Don't even dance, cause I'm so God blessed. Proudly got my hand on my chest. Spit rhymes that would cause you stress. HK's gonna bust your neck. Oh yes, oh yeah. You better dig, cause we down. Every proud, every brown. So everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance. Everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance. Everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance. Everybody do the desi dance, desi dance, desi dance.
People, what's happening? My guest on this week's Mixtape. All I'm saying, she's got a fierce attitude. She's dominated India. Yes, I'm talking about no other than Hard Kaur.
What's up?
Welcome to the Mixtape. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Now, for people over here, well, they should really know, but for people who don't know who you are, how would you describe yourself?
Mad, crazy Asian chick that in the beginning you don't get me, but you get me after a while.
Really?
Yeah. You always got me, so it's okay.
I remember you from back in the day, so it's all good. So let's talk about when you first started off in music. How did you start off?
I came from India, didn't know how to speak any English, used to get bullied at school a lot. I'm just doing this briefly. It's actually a very, very long story.
So what, no English at all?
I could understand it, but I couldn't speak it. And a lot of the kids used to bully me at school because it was the Asian kids, by the way. It wasn't even anybody else. And they used to go, freshie, go back to your country, and da-da-da-da. But
you know what? We need to get off that word, because you know what? That word is boring.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. We are freshie to freshest. You don't realize how fresh we actually are. You know what I mean? I came here and we have a different mentality, different way of living in India. I think everybody's a bit more forward, a bit more modernized. And when I came here, dancing and singing and things like that were considered like bad.
Do you know what? That's really weird, because a lot of people say that here in this country, yeah, or you know, just like here, America, Canada, we're a lot backwards than people in India.
I wouldn't say that you are backwards in everything. I mean, great at designing homes maybe, but you know, we're doing, Asian people, the Asian community in UK are doing great work, but we could have been so much bigger if we don't have those issues where we worry too much. Yeah. Also, you know, we're away from the motherland, and a lot of parents worry about, you know, we don't want our kids to lose their way. So, but music's nothing to do that. Music is an art form. And when I first started, people were a bit scared. I'm talking 15, 20 years back when I first became a rapper. So I guess when it's new to you, you would be scared of it.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I just proved it, you know, that I'm here to stay. I didn't, personally, I made sure that I don't want to be a MC just for the sake of, you know, saying I'm an MC or whatever. So I made sure I did my research, you know, studied my hip-hop, learned everything, mastered myself as an MC before I even went and made one video. So I mean, it took me 10 years to release one album.
For someone who didn't speak any English when you came to this country, what was it that drew you to hip-hop?
Well, because I couldn't speak English properly, I used to, you know, a lot of the people didn't want to hang out with me. I couldn't fit in on the table where the girls were only talking about makeup and boys. I couldn't fit on the table where they were too nerdy, they were too smart for me. So, you know, I ended up at the table with all the black girls, and all my friends, you know, they used to listen to a lot of reggae, drum and bass, hip hop, and I got introduced to the music because I didn't even know it existed before 1992.
Wow.
Yeah, so then you know, all these girls, the girls in my school, they liked me because I could dance and things like that. So I started hanging around with them. When you hang out with them, nobody wants to bully you anymore. And I discovered hip hop music. And when I watched my first video, which was Laws of the Underground, chief rocker, I just went, what is this music? This is what I want to do. I don't want to, you know, dance. I don't want to maybe become a Bollywood actress or anything. This is what I want to do. Then all of the community was telling me that you can't do this. This is Kalyanta music, and you know, Asian girls don't do rap. And I'm like, hang on. There's never been an Asian female rapper. And they're like, no.
But we're talking about
then,
like, what, 10 years ago? Is that
15, 16 years ago.
So
the more it was a problem, the more I wanted to do it.
So rebellious, hardcore.
Yeah,
that's what we like. That's what we like.
First Asian female rapper, you know.
But what did your mom say?
Oh, she supported me fully. My mom's a single parent. You know, I lost my father at the age of 5. She came to England. She brought us up. She's worked really hard. So you know, when she realized I wanted to go into music, she didn't really stop me because her mentality was from India. She was like, "Baal kattan naal ya fashion karan naal banda kharab nahi hunda." It's what you're like as a human being.
I like your mom's attitude.
Yeah, everybody wants my mom to adopt them.
that's a good attitude.
But that is the right attitude to have. Don't do gande kaam. Don't get successful in the wrong way. Don't step on other people's feet. But nothing wrong with dressing up and doing makeup and everything, because it's, you know, it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Sounds like she gave you that freedom because she trusted you.
Yeah.
And that's what parents need to do, I guess.
And we'll be so much further.
Now, talking about, you wanted to do the whole hip hop thing when you watched the video. How did you go about writing your lyrics, your lines, your bars?
That's a long process. It's called hibernating in your room, writing, throwing the sheet away, writing, nah, this ain't good enough, writing, nah, that was whack. It's like you have to be your own judge. But I practiced for years and years and years, and then I made sure that, you know, I know a lot of people don't even start singing or rapping, and 6 months later they got a video out, and
true.
all of a sudden I'm a singer and a rapper. You really have to study your art form and know what you're doing and be at the best at what you do. So I've already proven that, you know, 15 years in this game, I still haven't really got any competition.
But isn't it like you know, you say you have to be your own judge. If you write something, but doesn't it go like, you can write something and it could sound really bad to you,
yeah,
but then someone else can hear it and it could sound really good to them?
Well, welcome to the fact that the song that I write in 5 minutes always becomes a hit, and the song that I spend 2 weeks on, which I'm loving, other people don't feel.
Are you serious?
Yes, because it's too real. Everybody wants da-da-da-da-da catchy music, and I'm not going to be a struggling artist waiting to make it. You know, I love money too much. I
think everyone loves money.
I don't like being a struggler. I've always worked at my mom's salon, even though when I was recording. I've never actually been broke. I don't like being broke, so I always had a part-time job, always did something. And, you know, I just wanted to make my mom proud that she said to me, whatever you do, you're doing it, you're doing music, but make sure you're successful, because Indian people ain't gonna let me live in peace. I now love the fact that, you know, everybody comes up to my mom and says, you should be proud, Sadi beti ha, and all this.
And I could just imagine what your mom's like. She loves
it.
She's so proud, got that mummy look in her face and everything.
And everybody does big her up, she loves it. But then what about those aunties who said, you know, tu apni kudi nu zyada freedom de rahi hai, she ain't gonna make it. Da, da, da.
There's always them, and there's always gonna be them.
I love those people because they now come up also and say, this is my daughter, the meri daughter.
Oh, the attitude's changed, as it always does.
Yeah. So my mom always said, Charde Suraj nu sab salam karte, meaning as long as it's successful, nothing matters. And without doing casting couch, without having to sleep with anyone, without having to hurt someone, you gotta make it. I think that's why it's taken me so long.
No, but you know what? It's the long journey, because you know you grinded hard, you worked hard, and you know every blood, sweat, tears went into that.
Yeah, it did.
It's like, you know what? So what if it took long? It's not a 5-minute thing that happened overnight, because you know what? How long is that 5-minute thing gonna last?
And that's why I'm proud of it. I think you yourself and a lot of people do love the fact that yes, she stuck to her guns and she worked hard for it. She wasn't a one-hit wonder. You know, but I was really happy doing my hardcore hip hop music, and then one day, my mom comes along. Why do you do a song for Indian people? Apne loka like bhi kuch karna. So
is that Iglassi when that came out? So what did she?
So I'm like, this is what I can come up with. She goes, haan, sona gana hai. And I'm like, but I'm talking about alcohol. Don't you think I'll get in trouble? She's like,
my mom would never say that.
Yeah. And she's like, wouldn't you get in trouble? And I'm like, well, I don't know. So many men have done songs about drinks, and you know. There's a lot of girls who do that. And if you actually listen to the verses of the song, it only talks about the fact that how we lie to our parents and how we go to university and we get up to no good. You know, it's actually the truth.
So obviously you did Iglassi.
Yep.
Did you think it was going to be such a success?
No way.
Obviously, firstly, you did it with Sona Family.
Yep.
What happened there?
That was again that, you know, they approached me, you've been in the game so long, we're newcomers, would you help us out? I said, of course. You know,
So were you just like there for that track, or were you part of that?
I'm just there for that track.
Okay.
And then when it came out, it started seeming like, you know, I'm a part of them or
So
whatever.
you wrote it though?
Yeah, I wrote the song.
So it's your song?
Yeah, it's my song. I wrote it. I got a contract to prove that.
So it was a big hit in India?
Yeah. It was a big hit, yeah, but I didn't know it
it's
was
a
going to
club
be.
track.
Yeah.
It's like you go in the club and
I
they blast that and you're like, everyone's like bopping to it.
I meet girls who come up to me and say, you know, we jumped on the bar and danced to that song, and it just, I don't know.
It's
whether
just
to
one
be
of
proud
those.
of that. But it's been a great journey, and you know, to do it your own way, it also feels better, doesn't it? So Galassi goes into a big hit. I didn't know it was going to blow up that big in India either. Blows up big. I go to do a few shows. I get approached by Shankar Sanloy, come to the studio, come. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in Yashrat's studio, getting told, you know, we'd love to work with you.
So what's going through your head at this point? Like, you know, obviously you've done Galassi and now you're here in some studio with some big producers. What's hardcore thinking?
I better make sure that I don't do a crap job.
I better not mess this up.
I better not mess this up. And you know, just be yourself. I guess I get to be me more in India, whether it's in my music or in my behavior or my everyday life.
Did they give you a lot of freedom when they took you to the studio and said, look, we want to do a track? Did you have that freedom?
Want. Here's a beat. This is what the song is about. Paisa fake tamasha dekh. What do you want to write about? I was like, yeah, you know, first Bollywood project, Shankar Sanloy. This is gonna be big. And it was big. It became a really big tune, and I'm thankful to Shankar, you know, Mahadevan for, you know, taking the risk to work with me. And I'm, from day one, I mean, your next question might be, did you struggle ever in India? I never struggled in India one little bit. From the day I've been there, they love my attitude, they love the fact that I change my hairstyles all the time, they love the fact that I'm crazy.
Because you're different, that's what it is. It's like you're like a breath of fresh air for them, it's not the same thing.
Everyone's the same pretty and skinny and da-da-da. I ain't got time for that. I've got to be me, exactly. And I haven't changed, I'm exactly the same person. Yeah, I'm more wiser, I've grown up, I'm more calmer. I'm still exactly the same person.
You're still the same person that I met like back then, so I can vouch for that.
Okay, she's my witness.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. And we both actually got dragon tattoos on our arms. I remember
we all love tattoos, right?
That was our conversation.
She's a bad gal.
Yeah,
I like her.
I had a dragon, and I think that's how we first started talking back in the day. But you've actually, I think this is like
reworked.
Yeah, reworked. So it's gone bigger. And like you've got a new one too.
I've got a new one. It's I Love Mummy. Bit softcore. But I've always wanted to have this done for so long.
Any more?
Yeah.
Should we move on? Should we move on?
It's a place where you don't need to see.
Okay.
The lucky boys get to see that.
Let's move on. Okay, Mom. Hope my mom wasn't listening there.
That's okay, Mom. मैं right जगह पे कराया जिसे कोई देख नहीं सकता.
On that note, let's take a break. So we'll see you on the other side.